Boom, we're live. How we doing, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Been a while actually since I'd done one of these. I think the last one I'd done was the live draw for the BMW E60 5 Series. So we have a lot to discuss this evening. I have a lot I want to talk about. I have a lot I want to get off my chest, and yeah, it'd be good to have you guys on board and chime in, and yeah, we'll get a good conversation going. But yeah, first and foremost, how are all you guys doing? I hope you're all well. Let me know who we have in the chat. Just give a quick hi, hello, whatever you want to say. Just leave a comment, and yeah, let's get this thing cracking. I'll give it a good few minutes before we get into the meat and potatoes of the live stream. It often takes at least 10 minutes for the majority of people to join in, even though I have scheduled it, and you've probably seen it on your YouTube homepage for the past few hours. But yeah, guys, how are we all doing? If you haven't already done so, give this live a thumbs up. It helps me out. Really does. Really does help me out. It's greatly appreciated, and lets me know that you want to that you want this live stream to do well, should we say? Let's see how many likes we're on so far. We are on 22 likes. Guys, come on, we can do better than that. We have 58 of you in here. Let's hit 50 likes right away. You may be wondering why I'm asking for likes on a live stream. It basically helps recommend it to more people. So we want to try and get as many of you in here as possible. I know quite a few people do watch this back after it's gone live, but it's really not the same. I like to get as many people on board and involved as possible. Really, it's not the same when you're watching it back a day or two later. So yeah, give it a like if you haven't already done so. 65 of you in here. Like I said, we can get at least 50 likes. Don't be shy. It doesn't cost a penny, but it is greatly appreciated. Let's get to some of the comments before we start getting too far behind. Blue Terrier, how's it going? Hope everyone is well. Yeah, hope everyone is well. Hello, says Ricky. How's it going, Ricky? Slobodan, how's it going? Artus, how's it going, my man? Ray, how's it going? Donny N, hi, bro, he says. How's it going? Christopher, hi, G. How's it going, Christopher? Hello, Stephen. JB, hello to you. Genuine Monkey. Hi, George, he says. Hello to you, Genuine Monkey. Of course, Randy, a regular of the live streams. How's it going? Kulasafan. A comment. Thanks for leaving a comment, sir or madam. Madara, hello to you. John Paul, how's it going? Genty, how's it going? Scott Elliott, how are you doing? Madara says, well, he waves. I've got this. What's the story, George? David, I'll be getting into things very, very shortly. Like I said, I'll just give it 5 or 10 minutes. Let as many people join that want to join as possible. And yeah, then we'll just get into things. But yeah, just going to fly through the comments. Hi, George. Good evening. Hope you're okay. How are you doing, good sir? Says Ricky. Watching from South Africa. Wow. You're being honest, fed up of fixing the bimmers. Well, you could say that, I guess. Steve says hi. Auto Knight says, hey, George, hope you are great. Sab Singh says, good evening, George. Hope you're keeping well. Curious Sand, hi, George. How's it going, Curious Sand? Hi from Gemma. See? Says Ryan. Hello, Gemma. Hello, Ryan. How's it going? I think it's cool as a fan. Possibly. Hey, George. How's it going, Tabor? I haven't seen you in the live stream for a good while now. Hi, George. I hope you're well. We met in Audi. James, how's it going? Yes, I am not too bad. I hope you are well. And thank you for saying hello, by the way. Simon Reeves says, hi all, how's it going, Simon? Oh, Simon is a member as well, so greatly appreciative for being a member. Thank you, Simon. That's why he has that little symbol next to his name. I'm from the Wirral. How are you? Mr. Stephen Parry, I'm not doing too badly. Like I said, we'll kind of get into the whole, what the live stream's about basically in a couple minutes now. As many people that are going to join have probably already joined at this point. But we're one like away from 50 likes. So if you haven't already done so, hit the like button, smash that thumbs up button. It really does help me out and helps to recommend this live stream to a broad audience, basically. In simple terms, Mark says, hi, George. How's it going, Mark Seagrove? Right, then. So shall we get into what the live stream is about? Now we have surpassed 50 likes. So I have decided that I am going to start being a bit more honest with you guys. Now, when I say I'm going to start being honest, I don't mean that I've been lying to you thus far. It means that I'm going to. I think it's going to be wise for me to start being a bit more open and forthcoming with my plans. I mean, I know I do pretty much say what I'm going to do, say what I want to do anyway, but I'm going to start being very specific, and I'm going to let you into I guess another part of my life, really. I am quite a private person. I do kind of like to keep myself to myself. Obviously, doing YouTube, there's only so much of that you can do. But yeah, I think I am going to let you know basically what my plans are for the next coming year. I guess on and off of YouTube, and let you know what some of my goals are, because I posted the video, was it 2 videos ago now? Yes, I think it was. It's before the new car reveal video. And I basically kind of went over my frustrations a little bit about on the channel, a little bit about, what sort of videos do you guys want to see? I'm kind of getting mixed messages, It's frustrating at times when you put so much time, effort, and money into a video for it just not to perform well. That is so frustrating, and it's so disheartening. And sometimes it's very easy just to say, I'm not even going to bother making a video today, or whatever it may be. But yeah, I feel like I need a kick up the backside, shall we say. And I am going to let you guys know basically what my goals are for this coming year. Now, I don't know if I have made any of these goals public or not before, but here on YouTube, I am going to say by next year, so by 2024, I want to be hitting 100,000 subscribers. Now, you may think, why the 100,000 subscriber mark? To be honest, no other reason than to get the 100,000 subscriber plaque from YouTube. I have a sneaky suspicion that YouTube are going to stop dishing that out soon. And it would just be it'd be a nice award, I guess, for how many years that I've put into YouTube. For those that don't know, I've been doing YouTube now since about 2009, I want to say. I think that's when I started. Long story short, I'd done a bunch of different channels. That was when I was in school, by the way. So I've done a bunch of different channels. And obviously, the past few years, I've focused on the car stuff, and in particular, the BMW stuff. And this is where I've sort of found my success, so to speak, and I've made it a full-time thing, which I'm absolutely delighted with, and I have no complaints on the whole with. Obviously, I have my ups and downs. I have good days, I have bad days, but it is what it is. Can't really complain. I have no right to complain, if I'm being honest. but yeah, it would just be a great achievement, to hit 100,000 subscribers. So yeah, I'm putting it out there this time. Well, maybe not this time next year, but at some point next year, I want to be hitting 100,000 subscribers. Now, let me know in the comments. Am I being a little bit optimistic there, or do you think I can achieve that goal next year? Now, bear in mind, on an average month, I gain about 1,000 to 1,500, about 1,000 to 1,500 subscribers. Now, bear in mind, let's say in 12 months, then that would equate to about 12 to 18,000 subscribers, is it? So if we continue on the rate that we are going at, what am I now? 68,000. That would be about between 80 and 86,000 by this time next year. So I have got to, up things considerably, to get to that target by next year. So yeah, some things definitely do have to change. I have got to be more consistent. I've got to increase my quality each and every way that I'm possible of doing. And yeah, it's I felt I just need to put that out there just so I can kind of give myself some pressure. And that's like what I think is going to be healthy pressure, because kind of the thing is, when you are doing any kind of job, self-employed, especially YouTube, there's not really I don't say there's no pressure, because of course I have all of you guys to cater for, but you don't have a boss, so to speak. You're not having someone saying you need to do this by this date, but by me, putting out there to you guys a very specific target, what I want to hit by next year. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't make it, then you guys will, I'm sure, rip me about it. So, and please do, by the way, if I don't hit 100,000 subscribers next year, or if I'm not looking like I'm going to hit 100,000 subscribers by next year, make sure you tell me, and make sure you give me a kick up the backside, because yeah, I really want that to happen by next year. Like I said, it'd be a great milestone for the channel. And yeah, by doing that, it means that my content on a whole should have improved somewhat. So yeah, that's kind of the goal for YouTube, should we say, for next year. I have a good couple of other goals that I want to hit by next year as well. I guess we'll kind of get one of the things that you're probably not that interested about out of the way first, and that is that I am in fact getting married next year. So for those of you that don't know, I am engaged. I got engaged to my fiance, Danielle. When was it? March this year. And yeah, so we're getting married next year. And of course, that's booked. But yeah, a lot of expenses are having to go into that. But what I am going to say is, I'm not going to be taking anything away from YouTube. Like, I've mentioned I want YouTube to go to the next level, and to the next level after that. So yeah, I'm not going to be taken away from YouTube. I want my content to evolve and to bigger and better things. So yeah, the wedding isn't going to stop me from doing YouTube to the capacity that I have been doing it. And it's not going to stop me from going to that next level. But yeah, that's kind of the boring thing out the way, you could say. Another thing is, of course, with the garage build. Now, I've been getting people ask in the comments. I had quite a few comments on the 2 videos ago when I kind of made the speech, me sitting in the car, complaining about how things are at the moment. Had a couple of people ask what's going on with the garage build. So it's no surprise, well, it should be no surprise, that the garage is not going to be cheap. I mean, I've had a couple of quotes, and I'm looking at around £25,000 to build a garage. It's going to be made out of timber. So, pretty it's an inexpensive material to build out. Of course, I could go even cheaper and build it out of, say, concrete or steel or something like that. But I don't want to do that. I want it to look good. I want it to be durable and all the rest of it. So, yeah, it's not going to be cheap, but that is something that I want to be able to do by next year. So, and that's what I think needs to happen, really. I need to get the driveway. I need to get that garage built, because that will allow me to take my content to the next level. Once I have that, I'll have a nice, clean, dry, light space. I want to have, very good lighting in there, that I can just work any time of the day, any time of the year. I won't be, hindered by the weather or, dark nights. I don't have to worry about working outside or anything. That will really be able to take things to the next level, I think. So, yeah, that's another thing I want to be able to do next year. And another thing that I want to do next year, well, like I said, between now and the end of next year, is buy my dream car. Now, I'm just going to pause quickly, because I want to ask you guys what you think my dream car is. Now, when I say my dream car, this has been my dream car now for the past 5 years or so. And don't confuse it with my dream supercar, because that's a series. That's the trading up series. I'm trading up to my dream supercar. My dream car is not. It may be what some of you think it is, but it also may not be at the same time. So, yeah, leave some comments. Let me know what you think my dream car is. It's something that I want to get, between now and the end of next year. I wouldn't say I'm close to doing that at the moment. Again, it's all money at this point. But yeah, it's something that I want to do, and I want to put myself under this pressure because it will really give me the kick. So yeah, let's see what some of you guys are saying. I'm just going to read some of the previous comments as well that water, grab a beer, says Ricky. Hi George, how you doing? What were the biggest challenges you faced when building your garage? I haven't built the garage yet, so I guess that's the biggest challenge in itself. The most famous videos nowadays are fixing damaged cars. That's what you do, and you should continue to do so. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get back to these comments after I've, because we kind of want to get one thing done out of the way. But yeah, let's see what you guys think my dream car is. What it's been like for the past 5 years or so. So first of all, E60 M5, says Simon. E92 M3, says Ricky. DeLorean. E60 M5. I reckon an E38 7 Series. M5, says Blake. E46 M3. M4. 320D. Fiat Cinquecento. M3. E39 M5 maybe. Dakar Mini. M5 E60 or M3 E90X. BMW 1 Series M140i. Upgrade speakers on my E46. E30 M3. Ferrari Dino. Come on, the Ferrari has got to be a supercar, isn't it? I mean, like I said, this car is not a supercar. So, and to get anything like a Ferrari, cheapest Ferrari nowadays is like, what, 40, 50, 60, 70 grand. So, yeah, it's not a Ferrari. That's what I will say. Z8. Yes, I'd love a Z8, but no, they're literally like 200 grand. E30 M3 Evo. E60 M5 G-Power. Okay, so I think we've had a good range there. But it turns out that some of you guys actually know what my dream car is. I'm sure I've mentioned it a few times before, but my dream car, the car that I want to own by next year, is the BMW E60 M5. Of course, you guys know. If you guys know me, you'll know that is my dream car. I've owned a good couple of E60s now. I love them. I absolutely love the BMW E60 5 Series, but to get the flagship model, the M5, the V10 M5, that would be an absolute dream. I would just love to work on that engine. I would love to have that as a special occasion car. It'd just be so good. And I'm now going to work hard to make sure that I can get that car by next year. I have no idea if it would do well for the channel or not. Probably not, because it's quite a rare car. Not many people own it. I think it'd be a cool thing for the channel, but it would definitely be something that I just want to own, keep, enjoy, and experience. Yeah, guys, let me know. Are you shocked at that? Let me know. I'm interested to hear what you say. Falls off chair with shock, says Hugh. Touring, says Ricky. Probably not. No, probably just an E60, not an E61. I get why people get an E61, like say if it was your only car, but I mean, I don't think I could afford to daily drive a V10, let's be honest. Your video on crankshaft pulley N47, I've done it, but didn't have torque wrench, so used powerful impact driver. I've ran it and we'll sort it tomorrow. Sorry to get off subject. No worries, Stephen. Yeah, hope you got everything sorted. Dream car M5. Yes, Andy. Yes, it is. They are amazing. I had an M5 E60 since 2017. You know your way around to fix things around BMW, so no problem for you to own one. What are some of the features you love most about your dream car? Oh, good question, Tabor. I mean, you've got to say the engine, haven't you? It's a V10. It's a 5-litre naturally aspirated V10, probably one of the best sounding engines out there, like regardless of platforms. You know, it sounds so good. The E60 is such a comfortable car. Yeah, I think, I don't know, ever since watching the initial release of it on Top Gear, and I don't know if I watched it at the time because I think I would have been about 10 when it first came out, like in 2005. Yeah, ever since watching that initial video on Top Gear of Jeremy Clarkson reviewing it, I just fell in love. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the car. I think if I had to have one, I think it would probably be an LCI. I think the LCI is so much better than the pre-LCI. Of course, it's going to cost a hell of a lot more for an LCI, but I think the LCI, the facelifts are, better in, pretty much every way. A V10, wow, says Scotty. Yes, exactly. I'd love to see you get the E60 M5, George. Appreciate that, Tony. It's happening, guys. It is happening. I am getting a BMW E60 M5 sometime between now and next year. I am going to make sure that happens. Dan Mon says, good evening. Really cool car. First and last V10 in M5. Exactly that. I'd love to own an E24 one day. Always been my dream car. Like I have a love for classic cars. You know, there's so many out there. I mean, like my E12, I love that, but it's like you have this vision in your head how it's going to be living with a classic, but then you have to think of rust. You have to think of rust and more rust. So it's like it's not always as good as it sounds when it comes to owning a classic car. Manual swap. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. Obviously, I'd have to see that when it comes to when I actually, get the car. But that is, of course, an option. E90 M3 is better. I'm not going to knock the E90 M3. I mean, like the S65 sounds great as well, the V8. But yeah, it's the E90 is just not as it's not as good of an all-round car as the E60, in my opinion. Keep it standard, says Scotty. Yeah, I probably would, to be honest. I mean, it's 500 horsepower. I mean, do you need any more power than that? Do you need 100,000 subscribers to buy it? No, not really. I mean, subscribers doesn't really equate to money. Like, you don't get paid anymore if you have more subscribers. So how YouTube works, for those that don't know, you basically get paid on the amount of views that you have. So the more views you have, the more you'll get paid, essentially. Cool videos in E60 M5 will blow up your channel, I think. I'm not going to think like that. I'm never ever going to buy a car because I think it'll do well on the channel ever again, because it never ever works like that. Let's say, well, I bought the 130i solely as a car for the channel. Did it blow up my channel? No. But what it has done, it allowed me to create a whole lot of content which is being viewed each and every day. So you could say it was a good investment for the channel. That car has more than paid for itself. I bought the 760 Ally, however, that has definitely not paid for itself. I thought that was going to be like, everyone's going to be like, oh, it's a V12. Like, we're going to like watch this guy restoring a V12 BMW. That never happened. Views are pretty terrible on the V12 7 Series. I obviously bought the Barn Find 1979 520. Views again haven't been the best on that. So yeah, I'm never ever buying a car again because I think it's going to do well on the channel. I'm just going to buy cars that I want to buy, if that makes sense. Exactly, unless you're willing to pay 20k plus for a restored one. Yeah, it's yeah, that they are about that price. They are 20k plus at the moment. Although I don't know how accurate, you can really say things are when you look on, say, Auto Trader, because there's a lot of cars out there that are sort of like 16, 17, 18, 19k, which are LCIs, but they've been up for sale for like over a year now. And you have to question, are those cars actually worth that? Because, at some point, someone must have made an offer, say £1,000 or £2,000 less than that, and they still haven't taken it. So, yeah, I think cars in general, I think a lot of them are overinflated at the moment. The specialty stuff, like you got the E60 M5, you got the E46 M3. I mean, don't get me wrong, during like 2020, 2021, when everything was at its peak, you could sell those cars for 20, 25 grand. But I think people are still trying to get that money for them now, but they have definitely taken a dip. So yeah, it's yeah, you just have to basically keep watching the market. And I'm not going to lie, I have been watching the market on the E60 M5. Even though I don't even have the money to buy one, I've still been, watching to see if the car that I want is out there. Will the wife drive it? No, to be honest, she barely even drives at all. I very much doubt she's going to want to drive the M5. The E60 M5 is a truly remarkable car, and it's understandable why you would love it. It's a high-performance saloon that combines luxury, performance, and style in a way that few other cars can. Completely agree. Def find a damaged one or one that needs some work. Best of both worlds. Ricky, it's very difficult to even find a working one, let alone a damaged one. I get that, if I was to buy a smashed up one, it would do so much better in terms of views and all the rest of it. But there's not even a car out there on the spec and color and all the rest of it that I want at the moment, let alone a damaged one like on Copart or whatever. They are rare cars now. You don't see smashed up E60 M5s out there for sale. My 06 325i dies after 10 seconds of starting. Since the chain pants taken off my hands, I don't need any more cars at the moment. That's what I'm going to talk about in a little while. I need to get rid of all my cars. I can't be buying more cars. What spec are you looking for? And any color preference? I don't have too many color preferences. I'm thinking, I'm not too fussy if I'm being completely honest. I'm sure like any of them would look fine. I would prefer not a black one. I'm thinking either like white, which I know are pretty rare, grey, or maybe Interlagos blue. But I'm not really too fussed as long as it's kind of one of those. I think saying that, I could end up with a black one. It really depends what's out there on the market at the moment. There's only about 10 for sale in the UK. So consider a left-hand drive convertible. Oh, convert. No, I don't think I would want. I think I'd want something that's going to be original. I don't think I'd want a category car either. I just want something that has original paint, hasn't been messed around with too much. It hasn't got to have had, the rod bearings done, the throttle actuators done, and all the rest of it. I just want something that's going to be clean, tidy, and something that I can just, show a bit of love and attention. But I'm not, hoping to try and find a smashed up one. Guys. So let me talk about. What was I going to talk about? One of you guys did comment about it. I think I completely forgot. Guys, I've just forgot what I was going to talk about. If you have any questions now, we're going to do a quick little 5 or 10 minute Q&A. If you have any questions about me, about the channel, about your car, far away, give me hopefully a little bit of time, rejog my memory, and I'll get through to answering all your questions. First one. So what do you think about making a series like Wheeler Dealers? Buy broken cheap car, fix it, sell it, and buy a more expensive broken car. You get some views on the channel. So I don't know how long you have been a viewer for, but I'm kind of already doing this. It's what my trading up to my dream supercar series is essentially all about. So I bought my first car for £500, spent some money on it, sold it for £1,500. Bought a car for £700, spent some money on it. And of course I raffled that car, but I got £3,000 for that. So basically that is the plan. That's how I'm going to be leveling up to my dream supercar, which is not the E60 M5, which some of you may have thought it was. Can you do a vid on your Ista/Impa setup? Robster, anything in particular? When you say a video on the setup, what do you mean by that? there are already videos out there, and like when I bought the package from eBay, it actually came with all of the setup videos. I asked people, can you show us how to install it? But when you get the whole package, it literally has all of the instructions with it. So I think it'd just be a bit monotonous for me to just go through that entire process over and over again. If you finally manage to buy one, honestly, just keep it, as those will be only gathering on value. Yeah, I agree. They definitely will be going up in value. Do you still plan to install an oil catch can in the Mini? Simon, yes, I will be. I'll be looking to resume work on the Mini, hopefully in the next month or so. What computer software do you need for ISTA? I'm guessing. What do you mean? What computer software do you need? My E46 320D Auto has a 4B10 fault code, rough idle when cold, does 38 mpg on gentle run. No idea. I can't, just guess what your fault is. I don't even know what the 4B10 is off the top of my head. Let's have a quick look. Smooth running, regulation, correction, quantity too high. I'd say it's an injector fault. If I'm, rough idle when cold, I'd say it's an injector fault, faulty injector. I would say check the smooth running values on IMPA. Isaac, how's it going? You're doing well, mate. Keep it up. How's it going, Isaac? I'm thinking of taking my 118D to Germany next year, and yes, I do plan to visit the BMW Museum and go to the Nürburgring. Nice one, Andy. Yeah, you definitely got to do both of those if you're going to Germany. Do you have a video on changing vacuum hoses on BMW E46 320D? No, I do not. But it's pretty easy to do. I mean, you literally just pull it off and put the new hose on. If you want to get a diagram of the of all of the vacuum hoses, just go to realoem.com. They'll have all of the BMW part numbers out there, or on there, should I say. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit the like button. Don't be shy now. I can see we have 55 of you in here. We're on 79 likes. So we're not doing too bad. But by the end of this stream, I want to get up to 100 likes. Oh, you're going for your 30th, Andy. Nice. Well, that's a nice present to, enter your 30s with. George, E60 520D clicking/ticking noise seems to come from front passenger side wheel. Only noticeable in first or second under acceleration speeds up with car. Nothing audible on idle. I would check your brake disc backing plates. If you have like a stone there or anything like that, then yeah, that will drive you nuts. Also check to make sure that your calipers are tight, because I've had it before where on acceleration the caliper would actually knock or click or whatever you want to say. And yeah, it was literally the caliper that just needed tightening up. Isaac says, how did the Mini Cooper S go after you came for a rebuild with this? Oh, Isaac, it's Isaac from Barham Engines. Yes, it went fantastic, actually. So I've obviously rebuilt the engine. I ran it in for 500 miles, dumped out the running in oil, and then done another 500 miles, and then done its first proper oil change. And yeah, it's been very good. No complaints. Doesn't seem to be burning oil. Yeah, it's been spot on, to be honest. And that was my first ever engine rebuild. And yeah, to have no real problems. Well, to say I had no real problems, the sump gasket was leaking. Later found out that BMW stopped using a physical gasket and they just used RTV sealant instead. So I did have to replace that a couple of weeks ago. But no, apart from that, the engine's been absolutely sweet. Checked brakes, pads, dust guards, etc. Nothing can be heard, just spinning wheel. It's hard to say then, to be honest, Hugh. Just changed my timing chain on my 116D 2-litre N47. Any recommendation to keep the best life on the chain? Also planning to delete DPF. To extend the life on the timing chain, just regular oil changes. That's the only thing you can do, really. Mark, how's it going? Yes, I am good, thank you. Had to change gasket on oil filter housing. Couldn't find a video on it. Only videos I could find was where housing was near top of engine. Had to fiddle behind the alternator to get it out. Yeah, if you're talking about on the N47, Scotty, you'll probably find it's probably easier to do the oil filter housing gasket with the intake manifold removed. If I find out that the oil filter housing is leaking on my 318D, I'll do a video how to replace that. I have had a few people ask me, but it just so happens that in the past I've never had an issue with one. But yeah, if that is leaking on the 318D that I've just got, then I will do a video swapping that out. My missus gets 17 mpg in my E60 M5. I get around 12, but I smile a lot more. Wow, that does put things into perspective, doesn't it? I mean, like I said, it'd be a car that I probably drive twice a month, something like that. So I haven't really got to worry about the fuel costs. But yeah, they are very, very poor on fuel. Hello, George. Give us a wave, mate. Hello, Ash. How's it going? Change the rocker cover gasket on my M52. Now, when trying to start, it dies after 10-15 seconds. Any issues? Any idea what the issue could be? I'd say you have a vacuum leak. If you can, do a smoke test. I have a video how to do a smoke test using or a vacuum leak test using a smoke tester. Do that, and you'll see where the leak is coming from. I had an issue with the Valvetronic motor, gasket leaking oil. Obviously, if it's leaking oil, it's letting air in or out. So that actually caused a rough idle on mine. Oh man, went to change the starter on a 118D M47 from underneath. Didn't think I could do it due to space. Do you really have to remove the inlet manifold and do the job from above? I'm not sure. I haven't done the M47 starter motor, to be honest. The N47, you can definitely do that from underneath. That's got to be one of the easiest starter motors to do, I'd imagine. N52, E91, still occasionally every 5 minutes or so, 5 miles or so, bogs down and throttle, low revs, have to lift off and go again. Number 10 valves. Scan for fault codes. That'll hopefully point you in the right direction. Hi, George. This is my first time on a live chat. What are your thoughts on BG Dynamics? Have you heard of BG products? I haven't, to be honest, VSW. So I can't comment. Also, 2 issues I've noticed. Not sure after time and change as it's still at the mechanic. How to find specification of, let's say, transmission oil if you don't have a owner's manual. Like I said, if you need any part numbers for BMW, that is, go to realoem.com. That will give you any information you need with regards to spec, part numbers. That's about it, actually. But yeah, anything you need for your car will be on Real OEM. I'm trying to remember now what I was going to talk about. That was it. I know what I was going to talk about now. We will do a little Q&A before we wrap things up. But I want to talk about my situation with all the cars at the moment. So I keep saying like I need to get rid of all the cars, but I am now focusing on one car at a time. And I know probably what's at the back of your minds is you're saying you need to get rid of the cars, but then you've just bought another car. I know. I am my own worst enemy. I am, yeah, say a lot of things, but I needed a cheap daily driver. I needed something that I can just put a load of miles on and not worry about. I've only got the 130i on the road at the moment, so I don't really like only having one car on the road. If anything happens, then you're pretty stuck. So yeah, that's why I bought that cheap run around. I can't promise there's going to be frequent videos on it. There will be videos when there's videos on it. I didn't buy it as a project. I bought the E91 as a daily driver, so when something breaks on it, that's when there will be a video on it. I will probably do, a few videos cleaning it up, servicing it, and things like that. They may be sometime soon, but I can't make any promises. But yeah, the E91, that's here to stay for the short to long term. That's a daily driver. The 130i, I don't know if I'm actually. See, I said I was never ever going to sell the 130i, and now I'm thinking like, if I want to get the E60 M5, do I think about selling the 130i? What do you guys think? That will be, if it does come to selling it, that will be the last car that goes, because I'm definitely not in a rush to sell that. Of course, the Mini, couple of bits to finish on that. That's going to a family member, so there's no real rush to do that, although I would quite like to get it done. The 760 Ally, though, that needs to get done within the next month or so, and that needs to go. Oh, by the way, I am still running that as a competition. For those of you that want to support the channel, if you just basically donate £10 to the channel, you will be in with an entry. You will have an entry to winning the 760 Ally. I haven't officially made a video announcing it or anything yet. So we have only had about 50 odd entries. But yes, I am still doing that. I'm probably looking at doing that in time for Christmas. So if you are interested in receiving, it's going to be the same job as the E65 series that I gave away. I will be personally hand delivering the 760 Ally anywhere in the UK. Of course, you guys have seen all of the work that I've done to it. Still, a few minor jobs still to do on it. Need to swap out all of the door brake bushes. It's a common problem. A couple of little trim pieces I need to replace here and there. Yes, mostly cosmetic stuff on the 760. But yeah, if you do want a V12 BMW 7 Series, then look out for that. I do, like I said, I have. If you look back on my community page, you'll see the link how to enter to win that. But yeah, that's the 7 Series, and now of course we have the barn find, the 520. I'm currently working on that. Actually, been working on it today. Of course, the head's rebuilt. Went to put the exhaust manifold on it. Found out that there is a crack in it. So now I'm going to take that to my dad on Saturday. Hopefully it can be welded, but it's cast iron, not the easiest thing to weld. So we're going to have to wait and see with that, I suppose. But yeah, once that is fixed, well, it has to be fixed really, because you can't buy another exhaust manifold for that car. I've looked, but there's not another one online. There is, I highly doubt BMW are going to sell one at this point. It's a 44-year-old car. Of course, I could have a custom made one. That's not going to be cheap, and it would kind of lose the originality of the car. But yeah, I'm working on that. I really want to get it up and running. Hopefully get it up and running this week or next, and then we will decide what we're going to do with it. I would like to drive it. I would love to drive it because obviously it's going to be tax and MOT exempt. Just stick, a month insurance on it or whatever. I would just love to drive that thing. We could make some cool videos with that, but then we will decide what we're going to do with it. I don't think it's looking like we're going to be doing a restoration on it. I've made it very, very clear from the beginning that if the views aren't there, then obviously I can't afford to, restore it. But still want to get it up and running. Still the plan. And we'll just have to wait and see with that, I suppose. Guys, it's been good so far. We've only been going about 50 minutes. So we're going to stick around for another 10 or 15 minutes. Just do a little bit of a Q&A. We'll have a good old catch up. If you haven't chimed in already, by the way, leave some comments. Don't be shy. I don't bite. If you haven't already done so as well, do hit the like button. Greatly appreciated. And let's see if we can hit 100 likes before the night is up. We're on 88, so we're 12 away at the moment. Where are we with the comments? There we go. If you had a good mechanical condition E91 320D that you've put quite a bit of money into maintaining, you'd always wanted a 330, 335 DM Sport, would you do it? Stick with the 325 or swap? Why do you want the 330D or 335D? I'm guessing you want it because it's M Sport, and I'm guessing you want more power. You can get more power out of your engine. Of course, you can put the 335D injectors in and then just put a big turbo on it. So that would cure that. That's how you get the more power. But I don't think I would M Sport swap an SE. It's a lot of hassle. And at the end of it, it's still an SE, but it's just got an M Sport body kit on. So if you really want the M Sport, then just go out and do it. The 330D and 335D, though, will use quite a bit more fuel than the 325D. And it's obviously more expensive on the tax and all the rest of it. So if you can afford it, if you can take the hit, then upgrade. That's what I would say. Ticking noise, not injector noise after 4 or 5 seconds after starting it. Also a tick noise after starting to move, rear brake pad maybe, or piston seized in the caliper coming from rear right. Hard to say calm, to be honest. Changed my crankshaft pulley in my M57 thanks to you. Oh, glad to hear it, Dan Mon. Scotty Elliott gives a thumbs up. Hopefully you have hit the like button. We are on 91, so 9 away from 100. We're not going to stop until we've hit at least 100. My M47 oil filter housing is leaking. My job this weekend, along with swivel flap delete and clean up. Good stuff, Jamie. Okay, thanks. I followed some of your videos and you explained very good. Looking to clean my intake manifold soon. Mate, would you consider doing a video on a car from Copart and bringing it back to life? That would be awesome. Good question, VSW. I've mentioned this a few times before. I know that Copart, smashed up cars seem to do very well. But from a financial point of view, they just don't make sense. I mean, when you factored in the delivery costs, the fees that Copart puts on things, they're generally just not worth it. Let's say, for example, just for argument's sake, let's say a BMW E60. Let's say you have a running and driving one that's £3,000. Then let's say you have one at Copart that is smashed up and it's £1,200. Copart then put their fees on it. You then pay a delivery fee. You then get it back to you for £2,000. Again, I'm just making all these figures up. That means that you then, in theory, have £1,000 to make that car as good as the other car. You know, the one that was absolutely fine and had no issues or whatever. So, you know, you have to fix all the bodywork. You have to fix any mechanical things that are broken on it. And after all that, you're then still left with a categorized car. So, like, they very, very rarely make sense. Like, I've seen cars on Copart that are smashed up for more expensive than you can buy a decent example for. It literally makes no sense. I don't know if like the prices are just inflated because YouTubers are buying them or what, but yeah, silly prices on Copart. Ricky says no fault codes. Try a different fault code reader. You need something that's very good with BMW fault codes. I drive my E60 M5 once a week normally. Only change I've done to mine is a Eisenman exhaust, very loud. Oh, got cramp in my leg. Yeah, I would potentially upgrade the exhaust. I would quite like a valved exhaust, so you can have it quiet when you want it to be, and then you can have it Larry when you want it to be. What do you think of the M47 engine, and do you think using Shell V-Power is beneficial? And do you know what fault code DDE system is? What do you mean what fault code DDE system is? And do I think Shell V-Power is beneficial? Maybe. I'm sure it has like better cleaning additives in it. Should you use it all the time? Like, will you see a benefit from using it all the time? I don't know. I haven't done it. I just, I often get my fuel from Costco. That's like the cheapest one near me, really. And that's supposed to be premium diesel. No idea what the difference is, though. Okay, I have a go. Good luck, George, and carry on. Good job. Thank you, says Damon. No worries. Good luck. Also, going to change thermostat as temp only gets to 40 degrees. That seems very, very low. Even a stuck thermostat would get it higher than that. They typically get to at least 75 degrees. Where do you get all of your BMW knowledge from, says Scotty? I don't know. A lot of it's self-taught. Cabin not getting warm. Very warm. Any tips? Some people say core could be blocked. Any tips? Yeah, start with a coolant flush. See what the color of your coolant is coming out when you drain it. David Adams says, "Hi George, how's it going, David?" He says, "How are you doing?" Yes, I'm pretty good, David. How are you? Could you raffle them? I think we are a little bit behind because I kind of did talk about that. But yes, I can raffle the cars. Kind of what I'm going to be doing with this 7 Series. M47, E91, 2005 320D. Bought an E46 325 CI convertible, M54, just done rear suspension, a front motor, slightly iron MPG, but what a sound. Yeah, you can't beat the sound of a straight 6. Fancied the extra power and sport trim. Yeah, go for it, tappers. Upgrade. What important points have I missed from tonight, Tar? Tony, you probably missed quite a lot, so you're probably going to have to go back to the start. Well, Hugh has very kindly summarized what he's missed. George is getting married and his wedding car is going to be an E60. I didn't say the wedding car is going to be an E60 M5. But to add to that, of course, there's the whole garage situation that I talked about, and want to hit 100K subscribers next year. And yeah, I'm being more open and honest with you guys, letting you guys know what the plans are for the future. Copart thieves for mugs, keep away. Yeah, exactly. Are you full-time YouTuber or just a side hustle? Alma, I do YouTube full-time. Could you do a video on replacing rusty rear brake lines? Every BMW I've had has same issue. When you say brake lines, do you mean the rubber hoses or do you mean the steel, the steel brake lines that go from the front, that go from the ABS pump to the rear of the car? On my BMW E90 M47, I have a huge oil leak. I'm change the sealing from oil level sensor, but I still have a leak and cannot see where from. From oil filter, and I see, but yeah, you need to, whenever it comes to an oil leak, this is in general, like, it doesn't matter which car you have, you need to clean the entire engine bay first and then start looking. When everything's covered in oil, you can't see where it's coming from. Thank you. Only just come across your YouTube channel. Very instructive videos. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that, Jamie. Thank you. I just wanted to get your thoughts on the Hyundai. Don't ask me about Hyundai. No idea. You guys know. Well, you should know I'm a BMW man, so I have no idea on that car. Right, we've been going for an hour. I think I've said my piece. Hopefully, you've all enjoyed things. Come on, we're 5 likes away from 100. Come on, guys, let's get to 100 likes before we sign off tonight. Otherwise, it could be a very long evening. 4 likes away. Come on, don't be shy. Hit the thumbs up button. One like away. We just hit 99 likes. 1 like away. We've done it. Yes, we're at 100 likes. Nice one, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, any last things you want to say, just get them down. We're just going to sign off in a couple of minutes or so. But yeah, guys, what are your overall thoughts on what I've said tonight with regards to the channel? Where I want to be at this time next year. Not regards to me getting married. That's, probably not bothered about that. What about with regards to the garage build? And what about with regards to my dream car? What do you guys think? Good night, Raj. Good night to you too. 102 likes now. Woohoo! See you next time. Yes, as always, Corsa Andy. Just wanted to say that I really enjoyed your live stream this evening. It was really informative and entertaining, and I learned a lot. I appreciate that, Tabor. Well done, George. Looking forward to the next video. You'll get there. Appreciate that, Scotty. Yes, guys, we are not taking our foot off of the gas pedal now. I'm planning on uploading every other day. So, just to be clear, every other day. So, of course, we uploaded 2 days ago. We've got this live stream today. Next video will be on, it's Wednesday today, isn't it? So, next video will be on Friday. So, nothing tomorrow. Next video will be up on Friday, and it is going to be on the new E91. So do stay tuned for that. We're going to be going through everything that is wrong with that car. And there's potentially a few other things that I didn't expect to be wrong with that car. So, yeah, do stay tuned. That video will be live on Friday at 6. Be my plan going forward. New video every other day at 6 p.m. UK time. At 6 p.m. GMT time. Or guess just GMT, not GMT time. Cheers, George. Keep it up, mate. Take care, everyone. And to you too, Simon. Appreciate you joining. And I appreciate you being a member, by the way. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks again for the great stream. No worries. The E60 M5 is the pinnacle for BM heads. A good choice. I agree, Pew. Can't be topped, in my opinion. Right, guys, you've all been legends. Thank you for listening to me rambling on for the past hour or so. Yeah, I've got a lot off my chest. I've needed to have this talk. It's now gave me a kick up my backside because, yeah, like I said, I can't step off the gas now. I need to just go, work until we achieve our goals. And then I'm sure we're going to have to set some more. So, yeah, that's been it. Hopefully, you've all enjoyed it. Hopefully, you've all taken on board what I've said. And I guess we'll see you in the next one. Like I said, now, new video every other day. Next one on Friday, 6 p.m. UK time. I'm over and I'm out. And we'll see you in that next one.